I look so fucking silly right now. I didn't think I was going to actually go anywhere. I was just going to go get gas. Maybe do laundry if it was like 5 a.m., but it's almost 10 a.m. So I'm wearing gym shorts and like a t-shirt, but I have a snowman onesie on. And if you've seen a photo of it, it's very fluffy, very insulated. And I have sweatpants on top of that and a hoodie. But like, I don't have the snowman onesie all the way up because it's not that cold. It was cold as fuck on Saturday. So it's tied up, but like there's a hat and a scarf attached to it because it's a fucking snowman. So like I have it tucked in, I have it kind of zipped up, but like you can see a part of the scarf and the hat sometimes creeping out of my ass, like I have a fucking butt plug tail in. And then the front has like these fluffy ass buttons that like I tucked into my pants, but it just looks like I put a giant tube sock in my fucking sweatpants and I'm walking around like 97 Shawn Michaels. Or Mr. Perfect. So I have that poked out, but like, on with the car talk. Hello, and welcome to Brendan's Car Talk for Monday, January 17th. Once again, as always, join the Patreon, patreon.com/BrendanC, BRENDONE, the letter C, all the information down below. Become on the Acolytes of Albright, where you'll be listed in the credits, but the meals here and higher get a shout out every podcast and video. So thank you, as always, Tommy Richardson, Gimpy. Gimpy's feeling better. He caught the COVID. He's a PSW, so he's a frontline worker. I talked to him yesterday. He's doing a little better. Uncle Bobby B, Eric Thomas, Rob Arbic. It was cold yesterday in the GTA. It was freezing in fucking Timmins. Rob, how much snow did you get? Morgan and Mama Thomas from North Carolina. Tell me how your winter's going so far. And Brian Watson, Mr. Pizza Man from Barrie. But last week, the car talk got posted late. As I'm recording this Sunday morning, it is not posted publicly yet. My bad. But once again, on the Patreon. Actually, if you go to the Patreon post, that normally goes public 2 or 3 days beforehand. So, like, even though it's not on the YouTube page, you can actually see that. And there's some podcasts. So, even if you're not a patron, go to the Patreon and see what posts are public and not. I did the daily song of the day every day of the week. I'm pretty sure I've now done this 7 weeks in a row, counting December. I did a podcast with Clay Wilson, which will actually be the Instagram live Monday night, 7:15 to 7:45, because we went into the questions and did a match commentary, Patreon exclusive. And I didn't get to learn a lot about Clay. We had a lot of side digressions, and I think I'm going to try to keep my interview sub 45 minutes going forward. I'll get a bunch of questions from everywhere. Not sure if I'll be able to ask all of them, but the patrons do get a priority. Also, Tiger and the Wolf, Shane Saber, episode 39. It's on the This Is Brendan feed. Once again, all the links are down below. This is our first in-studio guest. We've had in-studio audiences before, but this is our first guest. And if you're on the Patreon, you got a bonus episode 40, which will be a Patreon exclusive that had a call-in, because every Wednesday for January, we're going to do call-in specials. So thank you. I believe Bobby and Brian joined us this week. So thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, tomorrow, Instagram Live, Monday nights, every Monday night going forward, 7:15 to 7:45. Before I start recording, or before I start driving, I'm going to read off, because this is going to be a tweet that I post. I normally just come up with my thoughts and then put them in a draft folder. And this came from a conversation I had with someone at my work on Friday. And I started doing, like, dips, push-ups, squats, sit-ups, and jumping jacks on my break. And I'll just do, like, 2 or 3 sets of 10 to 30, depending how I'm feeling, because I just have too much energy and I have a physical job. So I was trying to, like, outwork it. But, he just mentioned it's hard, everything's hard, blah, blah, blah. Reading a book's hard, listening to a podcast's hard, whatever. Which, by the way, you can listen to this while doing a workout. You can listen to a podcast while taking care of your kids. Just think about what you do in those 24 hours a day or 168 hours in a week. And that's why this one's titled Easier, Harder, Possible. So let me read out the tweet for you. If it's not easy, doesn't mean it's hard. If it's hard, doesn't make it impossible. Cars have multiple gears, video games have multiple difficulty levels. Yes, some things are not possible for every human. I've talked about this a bunch. You are not going to outrun Usain Bolt. That motherfucker's fast. But that doesn't mean you can't pivot and make possible goals. Stay safe, stay motivated, save draft. And yeah, it just came from him trying to find time to work out. There was a great... I don't listen to like a whole bunch of like quote-unquote toxic masculinity things, but there's a fun podcast called The Art of Manliness. And it was Fat Loss Made Simple, and it's just small improvements you can make when it comes to your food, comes to getting your workouts in. Like, literally, and I have this, thank you so much, Rico Montana, for being a coach of mine now. He's not doing workouts to make me a bodybuilder. I'm not looking like Randy Vaughn, sniper from St. Catharines, for anyone who doesn't know who he is. I'm not training for a bodybuilding competition. I'm just getting in better shape. Yes, I want to be fucking jacked and have abs, and be so fit that you could tell when I'm taking steroids. I haven't taken steroids yet. But what's it called? He's trying to develop healthy lifestyle habits so you could keep it with you. So the guy on that podcast, who I'll put it in the description below, he was the same way, where like his first month is just drink 2 glasses of water a day. And then the second month is park as far as you can. And as a coach, he'll fire you as a student. And like that is something that a lot of people justify, like, well, I pay you for your time or whatever. It's just, once again, just because you pay for someone's attention or just because someone has access to their phone 24/7 doesn't mean you have access to them. So there's all these little things. I just listened to a podcast by Aubrey Marcus, or not Aubrey Marcus, someone else. I believe it's The School of Greatness. Once again, I'll put this in the description down below too. But it is, yes, with Lewis Howes, The School of Greatness. And it's 4 habits that'll make you unstoppable. And it had 3 different interviews in there. And they talk about like brain health, physical health, stuff like that. And it's great. And it goes into like the easy, hard, comfortable stuff. I'm a believer, yes. Comfortable or lazy, like those are the same things. It's easy not to work out now, but it's going to be harder when you're 45. It's like for myself, I'm 30 this year. And then it's harder to work out now, but it'll be easier when you're 45 because either you're used to it or you're not in poor health that you need to do it or die. So trying to remember. So what the thought process was is, it's not how smart are you, it's how are you smart. And I'm a big fan. Surround yourself with people that are more capable than yourself so that you could depend on them, use them. That's how you build a team. You need all these different team members. Like, for instance, for content creation, I am a as small as you get content creator. Yes, I do a lot of shit, but that doesn't mean I'm great at everything. I'm just willing to fucking do it and look like an asshole or look like a jackass. I don't want to be an asshole. But it is all those little things of, I'm okay of embarrassing myself because I want to learn from it. I'd rather learn from failures than success. And there was something else I was listening to yesterday where it was, or on Friday, sorry. They just mentioned, like, studies prove whatever product you're working on, if you show it, and this is where it goes into, like, being relatable on social media, people want to follow the journey. They don't want to just hop on the bandwagon of a completed thing. That's why in 2022, there's so many Instagram posts of these influencers showing their vulnerability, being open, showing what's fake, the poses, whatever, and stuff like that, showing their insecurities because they make it more relatable for everyone else. So they mentioned how a product, if you tell people about the progression of the product, more people are interested in it versus waiting for the product to be completed and releasing it to the public because it's more likely to fail. That was the word. It's more likely to fail if you perfect it and then release it to the public in silence versus if you slowly show the progressions. And now that I think about that, that's why like at E3 and like video game conferences, they show off like, hey, coming next winter, coming in 2 years, this is a PS4, this is an Xbox 25. This is just an X because they slowly get rid of the Xbox numbers and Xbox. But like they show that, so you get excited, you get hyped, you're anticipated, you're invested. You can't wait for the fucking payoff. So yeah, it's all those little things. So the example, sorry, for the how smart are you, not, or how are you smart? Like, it's all personal skills. Some people are learners of books. Some people need to be active. Some people are introverts. Some people are extroverts. People need all of that. And the test they had was, and anyone could do this at home or while you're thinking about this, and I listened to this podcast while driving, so I already knew the feeling because I've done it before. But it is, write down your first and last name with your whatever hand you write with. If you're a right-handed, left-handed, write down with that hand. And now, and I'm pretty sure if you're like me, you've definitely tried to write with your left hand. I remember when I had to get like my hepatitis shot in grade 8 or grade 7, whenever the fuck that happened. And they're like, which arm do you not write with? Because in case like the shot puts you numb, they don't want you going back to class and not being able to fucking work. So I told them, I think the word is ambidextrous. I think that's the correct term. And so I was like, I can write with both hands. And then they even tested me. I'm pretty sure they tested me. And I tried to write something with my left hand. And it looks like garbage. Like, that just goes off to the left. Like, how open do I want to be on this? I don't know. You guys have been watching for a few minutes. You guys are dedicated. You'll get this joke. I can jerk off with my left hand. I've broken my right hand a couple times, so I've needed to, like, wipe my butt, and I've wanted to jerk off. And, like, the way my left hand is, it's like a magnet going north, north, south, south. Like, it tries to push away. So if I try to use my left, it just flies off. It might be because I'm bigger, my shoulder, whatever. So I gotta go upside down with my left hand. If I just use my right, it's easy. When you use your right hand to write, not just masturbate, when you use your right hand to, when you use your correct hand, that your most dominant hand to write, it's easier, it looks cleaner, and it's quicker. It's more comfortable. Not easy, comfortable. When you use your less dominant hand, it takes longer, it's not as good, and it's not comfortable at all. So that's one of those examples of like easier, harder. And then think about something that you want to do. Oh, I want to lose gut fat. I want to read more books. Okay, it's hard to read a book, but there's audiobooks. You could watch a video on that book. Also, there's no time limit on that book. Just read 5 pages a day. Read 10 pages a day. And over the course of a month and a half, you'll finish that book. There's all these things. Like, it's not impossible. Anyone can read a book in a year. It should the camera swiveled away. So there's all those little things, but yeah, it's just when you think of something being easy. Also, when something's easy, people don't want to fucking do it. Yes, I can justify it's hard to go to the gym or like get ready. That's why I kind of I got a whole bunch of home workouts, so I've been doing a lot more workouts. I've noticed I have more energy. Like, when you eat junk food, like, you have no motivation. And for me, I get sad. I'm so disappointed in myself. I let myself down, whatever. So it's like, I need to remember that feeling. And no lie, before this, I went to get breakfast at Burger King, and the only thing that stopped me was they opened up in 20 minutes. That was like an hour and a half ago. I could have waited those 20 minutes. But instead, I was like, okay, I'm just going to go get a black coffee. I'm not going to get a whole breakfast meal. And I feel better. I went grocery shopping. I treated myself to a little extra for grocery shopping. And it's like, yeah, I saved that money. It went towards here. Okay, this is my bonus. So I'm now on my way to a different Walmart because 4-liter waters are apparently hard to find. I'll talk to you all soon. I hope you all stay safe, sane, healthy. On your pursuit of happiness. I'm truly grateful and I appreciate all your support. Brendan Caulfield, Holden Albright, all the links below. Credits. Thank you so much to the Acolytes of Albright. Thank you so much anyone that takes the time to watch this. Comment down below. Have a good day, have a good morning, good afternoon. Just have fun. Hello, and actually, I edit this a little different now.